Hello and welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Jonah Misiak. Today, I want to talk about a really serious issue, mental health. Now, I've done an episode about mental health and how to, help yourself through things and really, it's a part of our health and it's just, taking care of your mind. But what I'm finding is that there is a huge problem right now where people that are struggling with different things going on in their life can't get the support they need. And that's a big problem. I think what's happening is the whole world went through some serious stuff. And I think it's causing a ripple effect where it's taking a lot longer for some people to catch up with what was and what happened. And I'm saying this because I find myself there. Now, a lot of my own mental stuff that I've had to work through was actually brain fog and fatigue and things like that because I have candida overgrowth in my gut. Anyways, so mine's onto something else, but I still had to work through emotions and frustrations and anger of things that happened over the past few years. And let's face it all pushed people to limits that we weren't used to. And a lot of things I'm finding are bubbling up to the surface now. Things that might have been like overlooked when things were crazy. And we're like, oh, we can't go near that right now. Like I feel that our capacities were on overload and we couldn't take it all in all at once. We were under the same roof with the same people over and over, day in, day out, not seeing anybody else. We were going through all this hard stuff alone. And now what we're finding is all the resources out there are harder to get to. I have somebody close to me, and this is why I'm bringing this up here. I have somebody close in my life who is struggling, and they're close to me, so I cannot coach them. And it hurts me so much that I can't do much for them. I've helped them a little bit, shared some tools and stuff, but I can't be their support through this on a level of a coach or a therapist. Because one of the biggest, rules of thumb as a coach is don't coach your friends and loved ones and family and things like that. So it's like, it hurts. It pains me to see this. And I've tried my best to find things, resources. And they have reached out to multiple resources only to discover that no one's taking anybody on right now. Or they actually signed up for support and it got canceled. So what happens when you are struggling, yet you don't have any support or help? That is so challenging and frustrating. So, like I said, I'm a coach, so I'm not a therapist. So I do things a little different. I'm never going to sell myself as a therapist. I did, learn some psychology while I was taking my coaching, and I've done some deep healing myself and things like that. So I am a coach and not a therapist. I will never, ever say that. Anyways, that I am a therapist. So I am a coach. And I have decided that I want to be more available. Again, I used to do free coaching here and there. So I have decided that I'm going to open it up once a month. That's what I can commit to right now. And we'll see how needed this is and where we sit on everything. But I am going to open up a coaching line once a month for like about an hour. Depends on who's all there and things like that. I'm going to keep it it's going to be new and we're going to see how it is. And I'm going to do it can be group coaching or one-on-one, like if somebody needs to share something, we will, work on that scenario. But it'll be in a group environment online. So anybody in the world can access this coaching. And it's just so, so important to me that people have support through their struggles. No one should have to suffer in silence. No one should have to do this alone. So I feel I'm at a really good place now, my own mental state. And as I record this, I will be going off to a yoga teacher retreat for a month. And that's why it's going to be happening in March, because I'll be away in February. But I'm going to do some deep personal healing, but also learning and like it's just going to be so beautiful. I'm going to be meditating and doing yoga and learning more about teaching yoga as well, of course. But I'm going to be away doing some deep work for a whole month. So I look really forward to like being ready to coach and being so available in March. So if that is something you are like, oh my goodness, I need this right now, or somebody that needs this, please go to my website, jodymisiak.com, and join my community. Get on my mailing list, because that is when you'll find all the details. I will be sending all the call details to my community. And then this way you'll get all the updates straight to your inbox, and you'll be the first to know what's going on, what date, what time, and how to connect to this call. So please, please, please make sure you're part of my community. And this way you can have updates on what's going on. And also because, I help people all across the world. We're not all in the same time zone, and life is going on, and you can't always make it live. What I'm going to have is people can actually email me questions that they have. And this is going to be I will use only first name, or if it's a very unique name, I might just use an initial or something like that. I'll keep it very confidential. And I don't even have to give all the information that you email, just, the key point of your question. And then I can answer your questions on the call, and you can have the recording later. And this is why it's so important to be a part of my community. You also get the email with the link to the replay, because I know life is happening and you can't always make it to the live. So I will be having an email come out, and it will, invite you and encourage you to send in your questions ahead of time if you can't make it. So again, if this is something that, really strikes a chord with you, or you really need help with, please join my community. Also, for mental health, if you want to strengthen your mental health, there is a mental health episode. And if you would like to know more about how to just keep your mental health at a good, good level, like prevention. I'm all about prevention, taking care of your mental health now, so you don't need this super duper deep support, or that you don't fall into depression and things like that, or anxiety. And this episode is also from Loving Me, Myself, and Life. It's called Mental Health, and it is episode 115, and it's from May 29th, 2021. So if you want more in depth about how to maintain mental health, prevention is so important. How do you keep a solid mental health routine? And how do you incorporate more good mental health into your life? Check out that episode. Like I said, Season 1, episode 115. So check that out, and just try and love yourself through this process. Life can be very challenging, and we all went through something similar, but at the same time, we all went through it differently. So you might have experienced things in a different level that it's just, you're still trying to come through on the other side. So be gentle and loving with yourself through this process. Please reach out for help and support if you need it. It is so important. And at the same time, I know how challenging it can be to find the right support, because we just can't go and talk to anybody about this. We have to talk to people that are also at a good mindset. There's definitely people in my life I can't share my struggles with, because it will come back as, they'll either criticize me or it just won't be a safe space. You need to share your struggles with someone that you trust, that you can be open to and honest with, but also feel safe with. So I'm sending you so much love. And again, if you know somebody else that could benefit from this, benefit from the free coaching calls, please share. This is my giving back, because I can't stand knowing that there's people out there suffering and they don't have the support they need. So I can't fix all the problems of the world. In fact, I can't fix people's problems in general. However, I can support people mentally and through their emotions and help you the best I can. So like I said, I can't fix everything and solve everything. I can't solve everything and fix everything. However, I can support you, support others through the challenges and struggles of life, and help you feel a little less sad, feel a little less guilty about things, a little less shameful of things, or less anxiety, so you can really live life a little lighter, a little happier, or a lot happier. So thank you so much for being here. Again, my website is jodymisiak.com. Join the community, get the updates, and then that way you know when the calls are happening. And when you're a part of my community, you also know what other things that are happening. Thank you again for being here. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.